This month has been probably the most challenging month with my stomach issues. I threw up every single day for 2 weeks. Hello everybody, here I am. Today is hopefully the first day of the month. I hope I get this up on the day I want to. If not, today is whatever day you're seeing this. So that means it is time for my monthly health update. So this time I actually did a good job of arranging things. So I'm going to go over kind of according to each area. So the first thing on my list is my stomach issues. This month has been probably the most challenging month with my stomach issues. I threw up every single day for 2 weeks, and I threw up a lot. My blood sugar was higher than it normally is. I didn't have any highs that I recorded, but it was definitely higher than normal. So if you're wondering what we're going to do about it, I did get a referral for GI at the University of Iowa. However, I'm not sure when I'm going to actually be able to go to U of I because I have to wait for them to get back to me with an appointment. Right now, I'm doing not a liquid diet, but a soup diet, just to kind of see if it helps my symptoms, which it definitely has. I did not throw up yesterday, and fingers crossed I don't throw up today. The next thing on my list is my respiratory symptoms, and I have this on here because I had COVID. I had a lot of coughing for about 2 weeks, from about Friday the 10th until this past Thursday, so I think that would have been the 25th or the 26th. It was very difficult for me because also I was having a sinus infection, so the combination of the sinus infection and COVID absolutely wiped me out. I was so tired. And I'm glad that I'm doing better. It's really exhausting to be coughing all the time. It's painful to cough all the time. And honestly, it was kind of scary for me. And I know that sounds stupid, that how can coughing be scary? But the reason is that for me, I don't gag. My gagging is coughing. So imagine you're coughing and you don't know if you're coughing because your respiratory system needs you to cough or because you're on the verge of getting sick. So I was basically, let me see if I find it. Okay. I was basically coughing like this because I didn't know if I was going to get sick or if I was just coughing, and I definitely did not want to get sick all over my room like I did back in December, because that was not cool. Look at me, I'm getting back to gastro. But yeah, COVID is mostly over. I've started taking an allergy pill because I think what happens is that my sinuses and my allergies get really bad and my sinuses become impacted and then I start coughing. Okay, the next section is genetics. If you don't know, I am currently being investigated for some type of genetic issue because I have autism. We know that I may have had developmental delays, but it's not clear. We know that hypermobility can go with autism. And so I had that appointment 2 weeks ago, or a week ago when I'm filming this video, a week and a half ago when you're seeing it. So I found out that I'm going to be getting some really basic genetic testing. By basic, I literally mean they're going to be getting my DNA and then looking to see if I have any additions or deletions. So that's kind of the easiest way to tell if something is wrong. The way that it was explained to me is that looking for additions and deletions is like looking at a book and making sure that all the words in the book are correct. That there's no words missing and there's nowhere where you have double words. Whereas a more traditional genetic test is running through the book with spell check to make sure that all the words are spelled correctly. I will be getting one specific gene tested, and that is the gene or genes that cause Fragile X syndrome. Now, it's very unlikely, if not maybe impossible, for women to get Fragile X syndrome, but it's still something that they test for with everybody with autism. The reason why it's almost impossible for women to get Fragile X is because you get one copy of your X gene from both sides if you're a woman. If you're a man, you only get one of the copies of your mother's X gene, and you get the Y gene from your dad. So in order to have Fragile X syndrome as a woman, either you need to have a copy mutation, which is basically when the DNA in the cell has mutated from what all the other cells are, or your dad would have to have Fragile X syndrome. There's not really any evidence that my biological dad has Fragile X syndrome, so therefore the chances of me having it are unlikely, but it's a common first test for those with autism. The next area that I want to go over with you guys is my hypermobility spectrum disorder / the miserable malalignment syndrome. So for me, I haven't really gotten out much this past month. I've been to the grocery store once, I've been to the drugstore a couple times, and I've been to like one doctor's appointment, and the appointment for, surprise, my wheelchair. So I haven't really been dealing with a lot of pain just because I've been laying around the house resting and recovering. I'm thinking that I did have pain once, but I can't remember why. I know that I had went out. Oh, I know what it was. I actually was at the drugstore twice, and initially I was going to go through the drive-thru. However, I ended up deciding to go in, and for that trip, because I didn't think I was getting out of the car, I had decided to wear my therapy shoes, which are just plain sneakers, and I can't wear my braces in them because they're too small. And so walking around Walgreens and me being stubborn and not wanting to get my walker out, I ended up doing some walking, and it didn't feel great. That was really the only pain I had. Like I said, I recently got my wheelchair, and I've been kind of hesitant to take it out just because, like, I don't want to get stuck in the middle of the grocery store with a lot of pain. But today, on the 27th, I did go out, and I went through our bigger Hy-Vee, and that went actually a lot better than I had thought. I did not have any type of pain. I was pretty easily able to navigate the store, find what I need. I could not push a cart because I haven't practiced pushing a cart yet. I've seen videos of how to do it, but I really want to pay more attention to those videos before I go out and do it. I'm probably going to watch them several times so that I can see if, like, oh, this is how you push a shopping cart in a wheelchair. And like I said, it went really well. I did go through Aldi as well, but Aldi does not have the the baskets that you hold in your arm normally. At Hy-Vee, that's how I was able to like keep stuff and carry it through the store, was that I put the basket on the footrests and I just held my feet behind the footrests, which worked out really well for me. It was very hard, and Aldi, I needed like 4 things, and they were all like decent sized boxes, and what I ended up doing was stacking them in kind of an awkward way and then using my feet to help them keep from falling back. So I'm definitely going to have to figure out what I need to do so that I can go to Aldi, because the item that I bought at Aldi, if I keep on the soup diet, I'm going to need to continue to get it, which I don't know how it's going to work. Like I said, I don't know what my future brings as far as my GI symptoms, but I just know that I'm doing the best I can. Well, alright guys, that was a rather short health update, but you know, even though there are a lot of things going on in my life with my health, and my life is kind of obsessed with my health, you know, I had all these areas, but I'm having a lot more things like just settling into the fact that this is my life now. For this coming month, the only big appointment that I have is that I'm meeting with my rheumatologist again in a few days. I was meant to meet with her after genetics, and also I'm going to talk with her about the fact that there's inflammation throughout my digestive tract. I am wondering if maybe that's going to unlock the key of this is what is wrong with your stomach, and have a way to fix it, but I'm not expecting that. Heck, I can't even get medicine for my stomach because my insurance won't cover the medicine that my doctor wants to give me, so we're going to have to figure out what we're doing with that. But like I said, thankfully, by having a lot more soup, and specifically soups that are made with broth and not milk-based soups, it's been helping me out more than I think most people can imagine. So, like I said, that's about it for this month, and I will talk to you later.